When Sony got up this morning, they saw their entire fan base wanting to do them this. Yes, ponies and PlayStation fans alike are uniting to take down Sony. Now, there was some zealots out there who was trying to deflect to Xbox when the news came out that PlayStation was going to get rid of disc. They tried to hold on to a rumor that Xbox was going to do the same. But guess what? The internet wasn't having it. The internet was not going to say anything about Xbox is doing this, because at the end of the day, this was not done in an official capacity. This was done via a rumor. Rather, the news that Sony was going to get rid of disk and disk drives in 2028 came from Sony themselves. So much so that when these ponies heard that, they were like,
what?
Yeah.
I'd like to have a bottle of Dom Perignon, and the $7 I'm going to buy a beer rum at it now. Okay. Because you hit me some hard news there.
Yes, ponies all over the world are turning to beer rum, the thing you use to sap your knees and your head, because of this situation. This is one of the biggest PR nightmare Sony has ever seen, if not the biggest PR nightmare. Mark my words, the entire world is roasting PlayStation and Sony for this move. Right now, the atmosphere in Sony's headquarters is like,
oh my God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm.
What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
Stay calm! Wait. Everybody just calm down!
How about 911? Anyone? 911.
guys, that is exclusive footage brought to you by Island Gaming. Don't ask me how I got that footage. Just know this is what is happening at Sony as we speak. Do you want to know how bad it is at Sony right now? Sony is panicking because even ponies who can see no wrong in Sony is doing some strange things. For example, notice Pyro. That's the same guy who would sleep with his PlayStation 5 every night. He started by saying this.
There was a time where like every fan of gaming needs to unite. I'm not talking about just people on, casuals. I'm talking about everyone. That includes Geoff Keighley, all the big names and everything, IGN, everyone needs to unite for this. You understand? Don't care about if you have a contract with them, they're gonna send you free shit. This is bigger than that. Please stand up for this. Stand up, okay? If you have a social media account, Instagram, X, Twitter, whatever, YouTube, stand up against this. This is the only way to push back. Sony can't, it's not an option. It's not an option for Sony to get away with this. You understand me? There's no option here.
Yeah, Pyro is upset. This is the PlayStation guy. He sleeps every night with his PlayStation. Even MBG was saying this.
Which is why I'm not going to buy the PS6 if Sony doesn't. Like I said, I will be damned. Goodbye. But one of those pillars was keep supporting physical games. Keep supporting physical games. I literally listed that as one of the things that if it's removed, if it's taken away, I'm probably not going to continue to support PlayStation. Because there's only one reason they would do it. Because they know they can. Because they know you ain't going nowhere. You ain't doing shit. You know what? It's not fake outrage.
This was just an absolutely horrible thing to wake up to. I don't know why PlayStation is really trying to follow through with making their platform digital only. I think what pisses me off even more is the fact that in that blog post, they're like, oh yeah, we're just following consumer trends. Quote unquote, this is what you guys have wanted pretty much. When they know good and well, physical media is still important to the consumer to this very day. Last time I checked, when the PS5 Pro released, it was announced that the PS5 Pro was just a digital console only, but you can turn it physical with the disc drive. The disc drive sold out, and it got resold for a much higher price online.
Now, when I tell you the entire PlayStation community is angry, I mean the entire PlayStation community. Everyone is just fed up of Sony. They are just fed up of PlayStation, and you are seeing it all over the internet, all over Twitter. Now, Pyro, who we saw earlier, would have started a movement. He told all the ponies in the world to cancel their PlayStation Plus. Now, would they do it? Look at this. If you look at your screen right now, you would see just a multitude of PlayStation fans canceling their PlayStation Plus, whether it be Essential, whether it be the top tier. Yes, ponies all over the world, they are canceling PlayStation Plus. Now, this is being covered by CNN, NBC. All the major news channels are showing that here what the entire PlayStation fan base, they are, just canceling. This is really causing Sony. Now, when Sony have seen all of this cancellation, Sony has responded by saying,
But you can't do this to me. I started this company. You know how much I sacrificed?
all I have to tell Sony is,
Repent, and thou shalt be saved.
yes, ponies left, right, and center, they are canceling their PlayStation Plus in protest of these, anti-consumer moves by Sony. Because think about it. If the PlayStation 6 is going to be over $1,000, if it is the ponies can't own their games, on top of that, Sony can take away their games at any time, what incentive is there to buy the next PlayStation? This thing is looking real spooky. The question is, would Sony react to this backlash? Would Sony change their policy by doing this? Now, some persons are speculating as to why would Sony do this? And it's very simple.
Money.
It can't just be money. What about consumer trends? What about persons only wanting to buy this? You sure it's only money?
Money.
This is a cost-saving measure for Sony, but those cost-saving measures do not pass on to the consumer. They get to save on manufacturing, they get to save on packaging, they get to save on shipping, but the games still cost the same. They're going to cost full charge on the store, and retailers don't have a say in that. So consumers just get way less options as a result of this.
And just to sing the point home that the main driving force for making this move is more money for Sony, listen to this.
Sony stock jumps after PlayStation's digital-only shift. Sony says growing digital game sales support the shift away from discs. Sony's decision to end physical game discs for new PlayStation releases has pleased investors. The move, however, has drawn criticism from parts of the gaming community. Sony Interactive Entertainment confirmed that all new PlayStation games released from January 2028 will be available only in digital formats. Investors responded positively, pushing the company's shares higher. According to investing.com, Sony stock closed 3.2% higher at 3 yen, $354.21 USD, on the Tokyo Stock Exchange on July 1st. Its US-listed shares also gained about 2.9%. The rally came despite Japan's Nikkei 225 falling roughly 1%, highlighting investor confidence in Sony's gaming strategy. Sony expects stronger margins from digital sales. Sony stated that the decision reflects changing consumer habits, with around 80% of PS4 and PS5 full game purchases now made digitally. That figure was just 13% when the PS4 launched in 2013.
So this article helps us to see that the investors are pleased with Sony for doing this. And I could confirm that the stats that they have there are skewed, because although they said that 80% of consumers buy digital games, they also would have included games that are only digital. So there are games that you can't buy physical. They didn't give the consumer the opportunity to buy, physical, only digital. So that is also included. What is also included in that stats is also DLC and so forth. So Sony is not being totally honest with that report. Yes, I would say that there are more gamers buying digital than physical now, but not that huge margin. All right. Now, the question is, after all this backlash, would Sony listen to the fans? I have a good feeling that Sony is going.
Gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway. We're gonna do it anyway.
Yes, I'm telling you, Sony might just still do it because at the end of the day, it makes a lot of financial sense for them. They don't care about these gamers. I'm telling you, they don't care about these ponies. But guess what? Let me hear what you think about all this. Do you think all of this backlash is deserved? Do you think Sony is going to, recant on what they said they are going to do? Did these ponies change Sony's mind? Let me know in the comment sections below, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos. These streets are wild. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.
Piracy isn't stealing. If buying isn't owning, then piracy isn't stealing. And if Sony has decided that the only way to buy a game on PlayStation is to buy a digital license on a monopolized storefront that they control, where they can revoke that license at any time for any reason, including when they decide the console generation you play on is outdated and they want to pump up sales on the new generation consoles, then Sony isn't getting another